was at that point, I was coming up on this was like my age 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
And it was Curry versus LeBron almost every single year. But Russell Westbrook was quietly putting up good season after good season. And before Durant ended up leaving, all I can think about was that Curry half-court three in overtime that I think no one will ever forget that.
Yeah.
During the year where they won 73 games.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Triple-Double is now no longer in the NBA. And it is very unfortunate because, I mean, it felt like ever since he left Oklahoma City, he was just never the same player.
No, he wasn't. And it felt like if that team would have stayed together, that team could have been a dynasty. I mean, with him, Kevin Durant, James Harden.
Yeah. Well, Harden can't do anything in the playoffs.
Yeah. He'd have to rely on Russ and KD. But no, you're right. I think that this Thunder team, obviously what they rebuilt in OKC is special. They won a championship, and they could be on the verge of winning a few more.
Yeah.
But this team right here seemed to be special. He was the one guy that stayed afterwards because KD ended up leaving.
Yeah.
And then James Harden ended up leaving. Russell stayed. And he was their guy for a really long time.
What went into his decision to retire? Did he come out with a statement? Or was it just
37 years old?
Yeah. He's just
at that point. It's
but
I
feel like he still had some juice in him.
No. Unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things in the NBA, it's kind of hard to age. The reason why is that a guy who is a superstar on a team, you've been the superstar since you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
Now you're 37 years old, being asked to play 12 minutes a game, give us 4 assists, 5 rebounds.
Yeah.
And that's just a lot of travel, not seeing your family, going across, jumping on a plane every day, going on a morning shoot around, missing your kids' games, just to do something you can't do anymore.
You are a perfect example of the LeBron effect.
Me?
Yes, LeBron has just made you rethink about, what it means to age in sports. Like he did that, Brady did that. But I mean, if you think about Curry at least still can hit the 3-pointer at a very good clip. So that's part of the reason why he's still in the league. And I think, I know the Warriors GM said they're confident that Curry is going to retire as a Warrior. I think he should. There should be no reason why that doesn't end up happening. But it seemed like far too often in recent years, we would get the 4 for 18 stat lines from Russell Westbrook. And it just seems like, I don't know if the confidence is gone or if it finally caught back up to him.
Yeah.
But I think that 2016-17 season was magical, and it just seemed like every single night you could put him down for a triple-double because he ended the season averaging a triple-double, and you just don't see that.
No, you don't see that. And I think that number one, that season was really special. It kind of also showed that, people like to think of him, not necessarily selfish, but just a different kind of player. There was a talk of, your team can never win a championship if Russell Westbrook is your main guy. And it felt like, okay, that felt a little bit harsh, but you see his accolades here. And so now I got questions. Obviously, every time one of these, special guys retires, it's like, hey, where do they rank all time? And where are they in the pantheon? Obviously, he's not a top 5 player ever, but is he a top 5 point guard ever? Top 10?
Yeah.
Where do you rank him in the grand scheme of things?
First of all, my question is he a surefire Hall of Famer? I think so. I think Russell Westbrook's a Hall of Famer.
I think
because,
champion,
and going off of your question, he is a top 5 point guard of all time.
Right.
Like, I mean, it would be hard to find point guards that are truly, if you think about what the point guard position is all about, it would be hard to find someone that didn't exemplify it better than him. And I know Curry kind of redefined what the point guard really looks like, just because he was able to, he's the greatest shooter of all time. I think you could make the argument that Curry might be the best point guard of all time.
Right.
Depending on how you view the philosophy of basketball.
Correct, yeah.
However, what Westbrook did during his years in OKC, it's hard to find 5 point guards and throughout the entire history of the NBA that were better than him.
Yeah, I think your top 3 without any argument whatsoever is Magic Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Steph Curry, as Patrick mentioned, and then I think a lot of people would say Oscar Robertson. That. Those are the 3 overall. Then there's this next little group of guys: John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, Russell Westbrook, some of these guys that kind of made their mark. And you can certainly say, okay, well, Russell Westbrook deserves to be inside that top 5 with a top 3 kind of secured.
Yeah, that seems fair, especially for how long he played.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how, before we get out of here, I wasn't sure how much you saw of like his like walk-ins, his entrances. I'm actually going to show her my computer so she could just see, because I had to put Russell Westbrook outfits. Because I know she's a fan.
Oh, yeah.
Gabriella's a fan of fashion.
I am a fan of fashion.
And so if you haven't seen what he used to wear coming to games, that's what he was known for. I remember two things.
Wild.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some wild style.
I don't even know what you would like. What genre this?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know what it is
fashion.
about Oklahoma City point guards and their style showing up to games, because we see SGA show up with style all the time. But
I mean, the skinny jeans have got to go. I don't know what year that was.
2016.
Okay.
We're talking about 10 years ago.
All right. Well, then that's fine.
What I will say is, I respect his decision. I think there was an avenue for him to come back to Oklahoma City to try to just win a title, even if you're the last man off the bench. Because that's the one thing that always eluded him. He never won an NBA title.
Yeah. And I wonder if, like, towards the very, very end of the season, guy gets hurt, maybe roster spot comes up, and then he just
see an Aaron Donald situation.
Yeah, honestly, yes, perfect parallel. The Aaron Donald situation, as he continues to look at Russell Westbrook's outfits. We